Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I am going to do my very first would I buy the full size video. So if you're like me, you like getting samples from Sephora whenever you buy stuff. I have 7 little things that I have previously gotten from online orders, and I'm just going to review them and let you guys know whether or not I would actually go back and buy the full size of it. So there's items that I do like and I definitely would buy, and then there's things that I wouldn't buy. But I'll try to give you guys suggestions and the type of people they would work for. The first thing I'm going to talk about is this Madam CJ Walker's Beauty Culture. This is a coconut oil, and it is supposed to be nourishing and moisturizing, and it's for your hair. This is a 0.5 ounce right here, which is kind of a hefty size, and it is $14 if you just buy it outright on Sephora, and there is a 1.7 ounce that is on sale for $26. Price-wise, it's actually very cost efficient. It's not too expensive. It does smell lightly of coconut. It's not like an overpowering fragrance. So it says on Sephora's website that is a silicone-free, fast-absorbing, lightweight, multitasking treatment oil. So it is definitely very oily. I personally did not like this so much. I worked it on to damp hair after I got out of the shower, and after I let it air dry, my hair is very stringy, very greasy looking. So I was not very happy with the product, unfortunately. I think it would be more effective on drier hair. So my hair is actually very fine. It actually tends to get pretty oily after about a day or two. So I'm always like constantly dry shampooing it. It comes in a little dropper like this, and it's very liquidy. It's not like a gel-like consistency or anything. It's very oily. I believe it has a lot of essential oils in it. It does say it's supposed to deeply nourish and protect curls. It is subtly scented with a medley of woods, coconut, and sweet vanilla notes to refresh hair in between washings. And it helps maintain curl definition and healthy looking shine. Well, it definitely left my hair looking shiny, that's for sure. It does not have parabens, sulfates, or phthalates. Phthalates? What? I don't know. Maybe if you do have curlier hair and if you have drier hair, I would suggest this more so for you. But if you tend to be on the oily side with your hair, I would probably stay away from this one. The next little sample that I am going to talk about is the Smashbox Iconic Photo Finish Foundation Primer. You can get a 1 ounce for $36, a ½ ounce for $16, and then a 1.7 ounce for $49. It does say that it is an iconic primer that preps skin to create a perfect canvas for flawless foundation application. I thought this was a very silky product. However, it is silicone based. That tends to break a lot of people out, me included. For that reason alone, I probably would not repurchase this. That being said, there is a different version of this primer, the Iconic Photo Finish Foundation Primer in Light, which I believe is water-based. And I would probably actually use that one preferably over the regular version. It does have that gel-like consistency like a lot of silicone-based primers do. The good thing about that though, it did not pill. A lot of times when I use those kind of primers, they ball up, it like get goopy, especially around like my temples and everything, which is super annoying, and you have to like restart over with everything. But when I used this one, it actually did not do that. It went on very smooth, and it actually was it was a lot silkier than a lot of those other primers are, which I thought was a little different. Maybe if you have like drier skin, but for oilier type skins or combination too oily, I would probably suggest that you try the light version instead because it's water-based and it doesn't tend to break people out as much. The other thing about that I didn't really like is that it didn't really absorb into the skin like I like my primers to do. And that's how your foundations get that longevity to it, is when it's sticking to your skin into the primer. The next item is this Clinique Smart Custom Repair Serum. 1 ounce of it is $59.50. 1.7 ounce is $89, and a 3.4 ounce is $154. That's a lot of money. It is a powerful, multi-talented serum that visibly improves wrinkles, even skin tones, and brightens skin that looks firm, fresh, and youthful looking. It is supposed to be good for fine lines and wrinkles, dark spots, uneven skin tone, loss of firmness, and elasticity. So it seems to have a lot going on with it. It says it is good for all skin types. It does have a thicker consistency, but it's actually very lightweight on the skin, which I like. It did absorb very quickly. I am worried about, as I age, getting wrinkles and everything, so I do like to kind of be preemptive about it. I do think I would purchase a full size if I was on the market looking for a new anti-aging serum. I probably don't. The 3.4 ounce is definitely a better value, but for $154, that's a little expensive for my wallet. This serum does get really good reviews on Sephora too. I was kind of going through them before doing some research and everything, and people do tend to like it. It got 4 out of 5 stars on Sephora. That's good news too. So it seems like it's kind of like a consensus that it's a relatively good product. So the next thing is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask, and this is like the little packet that it came in, and you got a little sample of the champagne, the neutral color, and the smashed color. They're very sheer, so it's not like pigmented color or anything, but it's just like a very light wash of color. A 0.52 ounce, which is $26. For a lip mask, I would say that's pretty mid-range. It's not too pricey. I do have lip masks that are cheaper though, and that I do like better, unfortunately, for this product. It's a thicker product. It's kind of goopy when you first put it on. The thing is, it didn't really absorb into my lips like I want my lip masks to do. It actually just kind of sat on my lips, and so whenever I would apply it at night before I go to bed, it would still kind of be there in the morning, and I could definitely feel it, and I don't really like that as much. So I like my lip mask to actually just kind of absorb into my lips. So I tend to like the Fresh lip mask a lot better. The Advanced Therapy one, it does absorb into my lips a lot better, and it makes my lips feel like there's nothing on it, but they're still very, very smooth. The good thing about Bite Beauty though is that it does contain all natural ingredients. That's kind of what they're known for. So it has agave nectar, obviously, jojoba oil, vanilla CO2 extract, and triple the amount of antioxidant trans resveratrol, whatever that is, found in red wine. So you had me at red wine. I'll do anything for red wine. I don't believe I would repurchase it because I have lip mask that I actually like better. I want something to absorb faster, because if I'm going to put like a lip liner or a liquid lipstick or something on, I don't want that just sliding on top of the product. I want my mask to absorb into my lips and then be able to smoothly run my lip liner or my liquid lipstick onto my lips. Alright, so next I got a sample of the Benefit Ooh La Lift. The Benefit Ooh La Lift retails for a 0.25 ounce and it's for $25. It's a little expensive, I think, for a 1/4 of an ounce of product. It says it is a dream cream for the under eye area. It is a wonder eye cream that works like an instant eye lift. It has light reflecting pigments and raspberry extract. This magic pink balm gives eyes an instant brightening boost. I will say that it certainly does highlight your under eye area. It seems to be a little gimmicky. There's always something that every company comes out with that is just like, really? Like, I kind of want it, but am I ever going to use it? For the sake of it, it does work really well if you apply it in your under eye area. It is very light reflecting, so it does brighten up the under eye area. So the fact that it does work really well, I would purchase a full size of it. Now, the thing about it is, I don't know if I would ever actually use it. And I think I would just kind of like sit it in my makeup vanity, and it would just sit there and sit there and sit there, and I would never actually get any use out of it. It does have a very thin consistency, so you could actually mix it in with like a creamier or a thicker concealer, and it would help brighten up your under eyes a little bit better and still getting your coverage that you need, because this thing has no coverage at all. It's not a concealer, it's solely a brightener. So you can kind of tell it is kind of light catching. I mean, it's definitely a light pink color, so it's going to help slightly counteract any blueness in the under eyes. So it's kind of like a half a purchase. The fact that it does work, I would, but the fact that I don't think I would use it, I wouldn't. So the next product is the Benefit Sunbeam, and it retails, it's a 0.45 ounce, so it's not quite half an ounce, and that is also $26. It gives a really pretty golden glow. However, it's probably not the greatest shade for all skin tones, unfortunately. I apply it to my cheekbones, and then I either use a beauty blender or my fingers to blend it out, and it does blend out very, very well. It's not too thick or too heavy, so it's not going to tug at your foundation that you've already put down. This product, I like it. Obviously, I would purchase the full size because apparently I already have and I forgot all about it. But I do like this, and I do think now that I've actually found my full size that I'll try to get more use out of it, especially since it's the summertime. So my very last product is from Clinique. It is the Clinique Instant Lift for Brows. It retails for $17.50. So it's definitely reasonably priced for what you get, and compared to other brow products out there. You get the brow color on one end, and then you get a cream highlight shade on this end. I do and I don't like the dual-ended concept of this. It's great for traveling. It minimizes the amount of product that you have to take with you because you have the highlighter on one side that you can use not just for your brow bone, but for your inner corner highlight. You can use it for a cheekbone highlight, your cupid's bow, your nose. It's very versatile. At the same time, I don't like it because I never actually used the highlighting side to it. So this is the highlighting shade. Like I said, it's a great convenience when you're traveling. This is a really good product for that, but if you are like a makeup junkie like I am, this side is pointless because you have so many other products that you would rather use that you're not going to really reach for this very much. I do really like the brow side of it. It's a very nice waxy consistency, so whenever you apply it to your brows are going to stay in place during the day, and then you don't need an extra brow gel in order to set that. So that's a really good part of it. It doesn't have the greatest shade range, however. There's only like maybe 3 different colors of it, so it's not going to be usable for everybody, unfortunately. It's really good product just to kind of be able to pop on during the day and run out the door. The tip is angled, so it's going to maintain a slight point for more precise application as well. So whenever you're using it, you will be able to kind of define individual hairs on your eyebrow by using the pointy end of this, because it is going to naturally just be able to sharpen itself, which I think is amazing. Another downside of this, however, is it is definitely not waterproof. It's not very long wear. If you were to just apply this and let it set, it's going to move during the day if you're touching your eyebrows. Although it is reasonably priced for $17.50, you're not going to get a lot of longevity out of this. This is one of those kind of products that I would just apply during the day if I have a day off from work and then I'm just doing errands. I would probably buy the full size of this just simply for the convenience of it. Yes, I do like the product itself just for like a day out. Okay guys, so that completes this video. I hope you like this type of video. I do like to kind of give my opinion on some products, whether it be slightly negative. I try not to give too much negative feedback. I try to give some pros and some cons, but I do like to give my opinion on whether or not I would buy something in the full size, because I do base a lot of my purchasing decisions on samples that I use. I buy a lot of stuff simply from using a sample. So if you guys like this type of video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. So I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.